Need advice? Ask a bee. The answers may not be perfect, but they'll be entertaining. Submit your letters and let bee mind your business for a while.
My wife says I have a Facebook stalking problem. I say if Susan didn't want me to know her marriage was over, maybe Susan shouldn't have deleted 47 pictures, changed, I don't know, her relationship status, and started posting quotes about new beginnings. Tonight on Ask a Bee, when does curiosity become creepy?
This ain't just a channel, this is BBTV.
Boss G reacts because somebody has to supervise the internet, and apparently that somebody is B.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to Ask a Bee, where you send me your problems, your questionable decisions, and your family drama, and apparently now your completely unofficial criminal investigations. Please excuse the whiny dog in the back. He doesn't know how to shut up today. And then you ask me what I think. Well, which continues to be a very dangerous amount of responsibility to give one woman with a microphone. So tonight's letter is funny, but there's actually a really good question hiding underneath. Hi, me hungry. Good to see ya. Thanks for being here. Because there is being curious, right? There's being nosy, and then there is knowing somebody's relationship ended before they know you're aware there was a problem. Somewhere in there is a line, okay? And tonight we're going to figure out where the hell that line is. Our writer says he isn't stalking anybody, he's just very thorough. Hello, Dixie. Thank you. I am having a wonderful day, and I'm so very happy to have you and to know your name. Dixie, that's a beautiful name. Thank you for being here. So let's meet tonight's Facebook detective, shall we? Let's pull this letter up. I'm just going to scoot on over just like I do. And here we go. Now, dear B, my wife says I spend way too much time investigating people on Facebook. I disagree. I prefer to think of myself as unusually observant. I don't stalk people. I don't message them. I don't drive by their houses. I don't make fake accounts or anything crazy like that. I just notice things. For example, if somebody who has been married for 12 years suddenly changes their profile picture from a family photo to a picture of themselves standing alone on a beach, I'm probably going to wonder what happened. Then maybe I noticed their spouse isn't tagged anymore. Then I notice the anniversary picture disappears. Then I notice they're suddenly posting inspirational quotes about knowing their worth. At that point, B, I'm not investigating. Facebook has practically handed me a case file. I like knowing who got divorced, who bought a new boat, who lost 30 pounds, who suddenly has a suspicious amount of money, and why Karen deleted every picture from the vacation she spent 6 months bragging about. We'll get to that in a minute, the Karen thing. Anyway, sometimes I don't even know these people very well. That's apparently the part my wife finds concerning. Last week, I accidentally figured out that my cousin was engaged before she had even told her own mother. There was no engagement announcement. I noticed a ring in the corner of one picture. Then I saw her boyfriend's mother's comment. Something suspicious underneath another picture. Here we go reading into too much. What do you think? All right, 5 minutes later, I knew. My wife stared at me like I had committed a felony. She said, "Do you understand how creepy that is?" I said in return, "Do you understand how bad these people are at hiding things?" Thank you so much, Dixie. Thank you so much. I won't. No, I don't hate anybody. Hating's not good. All right. Apparently, that was not the correct response. The thing is, I don't do anything with the information. Most of the time, I don't even tell anybody what I find. I just like figuring it out. It's like a puzzle. Some people do crossword puzzles, some people watch murder documentaries. That's me. Oh, gosh. And I didn't change. Here we go. Now, I apparently investigate why a woman I went to high school with 17 years ago suddenly stopped wearing her wedding ring. That's a bit much, sir. My wife says if the FBI ever needs somebody to locate a missing person, they should just give me an old yearbook. Facts. Somebody's first name and 45 minutes on Facebook. Yeah, I could probably do that myself. Personally, I thought that a compliment, or that was a compliment, pardon me. She assures me it wasn't. So now I'm wondering where the line actually is. If people publicly post pieces of their lives online, is there anything wrong with putting those pieces together? Does it become creepy because I'm looking for things they didn't specifically announce? And if I never contact them, bother them, expose them, or do anything with what I learned, am I actually hurting anybody? Good questions. Very good questions. Sure, you can ask me anything you like. Go right ahead, Dixie. I know there's a lag. I'll wait for you, and then I'll finish the letter. What would you like to ask? I tell you what, I'm almost finished with this. Oh, is this for a 9-year-old? Probably not, Dixie. Are you 9, honey? Because my channel is not for children. I do appreciate you coming by, and I appreciate you being here, but yeah, it's probably not for a 9-year-old. It's more about adults. Okay, B, I need a ruling. Is casually investigating people on Facebook a harmless hobby, or should I close the app and go touch some grass? I will tell you this, Dixie. I don't do a whole lot of cussing in here, but yeah, it is about adults. Okay, signed accidentally knows everything. All right, let's see if I can get back to this. Oh, goodbye, Dixie. Thank you. I appreciate you being here, sweetie. So, everybody Facebook investigates a little, right? Looks up an ex, checking out somebody your kid is dating, wondering whatever happened to somebody from high school. Where does ordinary curiosity end and snooping begin? Let's think about that. Okay. I'm going to pull this down real quick because I don't need it anymore. All righty. So here's the thing. Noticing like a picture, noticing a ring in a picture, that's a little far-fetched if you ask me. I'm sorry. Forgive me if you don't like the answer, but I'm going to tell you that is a little creepy. Just because you see a ring, it doesn't have to be her ring. And yeah, it can be a little creepy when you're making up stories that you have no context for, only your investigative work, right? Give me a minute here, because I want to be as nice as possible here, because some of this is a little creepy. And you know what I think you should do with this, honestly, maybe you should make yourself a YouTube channel. Maybe you should make yourself a YouTube channel. In fact, you know what? Go visit mine. Give me a second.
Volcano Tea, because sometimes the earth has feelings and sometimes those feelings involve lava. Stay tuned for today's geological gossip.
All right, so now that I've regrouped momentarily, I get why your wife says what she says, okay? I have to tell you, I get why your wife says what she says because, yes, looking at a photo or looking at someone's page, just because something is not like it was before does not mean that, it's Armageddon for these people. So maybe you should take that and use it for YouTube. Make you up some good little stories and maybe get you some AI. You got a lot of stories going here, and I love it. Okay, I'll be honest, I love it. There's plenty going on here. You got people that you think what's going on in their life. So start writing all of that down. Make it a true crime story and maybe change the names and then go ahead and write the story about what you see. Make up as many stories as you want to. I mean, call me. I'm a great editor sometimes. So start a YouTube channel and make some fiction. Okay? Because that's what you're grasping at here. You don't really know what's going on with these people. Okay? Just because their Facebook doesn't say, oh, they're engaged anymore. Honey, that only means that something changed. It does not mean that direction changed. Facebook has bugs all the time, right? Any other program, just like YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, which I'm all on. And if you would subscribe, that'd be great. Hit that like button. But the point is, when you're looking at other people's stuff and making up these stories with no context, but a little visual, you are really looking for some trouble, buddy. You really are. And your wife is right. You might want to go touch some grass. But look, okay, if you got to go that way, public information versus privacy. If somebody publicly posts all the clues, okay, is it creepy when someone puts them together? They posted the ring, removed the husband, deleted the vacation pictures, and started, I don't know, quoting, "Know your worth." Sir, Facebook handed me the evidence. That is not, it's just not. But does available to see, automatically mean appropriate to investigate? No. No. Look, things are different. Things change, right? Okay, people's lives change, don't they? Sometimes they're real difficult. Real difficult. Sometimes they're real easy. Sometimes things do change, and sometimes people just try to believe that things are changing when they're not. Pardon me. Be quiet, please. Enough whining. Leave him alone. My big dog's not feeling good, so my little dog's whining at him because he doesn't want to get up and play as usual. Look, knowing something isn't the same as doing something with it, okay? If this guy if you're contacting people, that's a different story. But yeah, as far as it sounds like, he's not really doing anything with it. I mean, unless you're totally going and telling the person, hey, I think they're cheating on you or something like that. Okay, then it's time to back away completely. Just let it go. You don't need that, right? It's enough. What else are you supposed to say? I think my camera is messing up. Is it blurry out there for y'all? Is anybody in the chat room? Could you let me know? Because I'm looking at the TV and it looks blurry. Everything but me looks good and my camera is blurry. Y'all let me know. Anyway, so if he's not contacting people, like I said, do the YouTube thing, because let me tell you something. Those are some good stories, but they're not true stories, I don't think. Stop right now. Hush, Mojo. Hush. It's enough. I'm never going to get through this thing with him. 15 minutes in, I'm already halfway through because I'm trying to get him to stop. Y'all, I'm sorry. I've got another dog trying to get up here with me. This is my life. So, okay, if the guy calls somebody, this is not cool. I don't understand why that is so messed up. Shh. Sorry. Oh, what a mess. That didn't help at all. Okay, anyway. So he's not talking to people. He's not telling people. He's not causing a ruckus with it. He's just causing a summary inside of his own head, right? Isn't that what it is? I mean, that's how you see it, probably. Back off of me, dog. Stop. Mo. Stop. Stop. Okay, now that I'm in the middle of a show, y'all act like this, please. So if the guy's not, is there anybody in there that will let me know? Is my camera messing up? Because I'm looking at my television and it's messed up. I'm about to shut this down. These dogs are driving me nuts. Okay. So I guess I'll go on until one of you 8 million will let me know. 9 million. Here we go. So he's not exposing them, right? He's not spreading their business. Does quietly figuring something matter? Where does it change if he starts gossiping, confronting people, or interfering in anybody's lives? There's the problem, right? The biggest problem is the wife is probably just tired of hearing it. You know, that's probably all it is. He needs to sit down and write a book. He needs to figure out everybody else's life in his head, because the rest of this is just not working. Okay? It's just not working. So when harmless curiosity becomes unhealthy, you know, the real line may be how much time and attention it consumes. Occasionally falling down a Facebook rabbit hole is one thing. Checking somebody every day, monitoring an ex, observing over strangers, or letting it affect your relationship is something else, okay? And his wife is already telling him it's bothering her. So that deserves attention. If your wife is telling you, man, there's something, okay? So I'm going to tell you right straight out the ruling, okay? Because it looks like I'm having more problems now, for fork's sake. All right. The ruling. Curious, creepy, or somewhere in between? Is this just a dude who enjoys solving little social media mysteries, or has he turned other people's lives into entertainment? What would make you finally say, okay, buddy, close Facebook and go touch some forking grass, okay? Quite frankly, I think what it would take me to do that is probably one more story about somebody that I knew was not true. Look, this one's different because usually, let's be honest, you know, usually it's us ladies that are a little more nosy than the men, right? Okay, stop. And usually, well, it's just us, right? Men don't usually get this nosy. And it just sounds to me like maybe instead of getting upset with your husband, you should take him out to dinner and create a new story of your own. How's that? Because honestly, the man's bored. Okay? I'm telling you right now, that is his whole problem. He is bored out of his mind, obviously. If he weren't, you know, well, hey, he might get through it. He might get through it. So here's the thing. As blurry as I am, I guess I'm going to have to do something else with this camera. Give me just 1 second. Let me see if I can't fix this so I can move on. That one. Pardon me. I'm sliding over for just a second. If I can switch this camera and not kill this live, we'll be okay. OBS. Nope. We're doing the HP HD. If I'm done, y'all, I'm sorry, but I love you. All right, let's see if this is going to work any better. Nope, this is going to be my internet issue. Of course. Oh, it's a little clearer than the other one. Maybe I'm a little bright. There we go. I'll be darned. Looks like I fixed it maybe. Now maybe too dark. Okay. Anyway, back to it. So, back to what I was saying. Okay? Just as soon as we take one more second. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to do something about this animal. He about to drive me nuts. Thanks for sticking with me.
This segment is sponsored by Vitar. Predicting poor decisions before they happen since this morning. Vitar, the future looks questionable.
Boy, it sure does for you, sir. All right, let's try this again. So, the man is bored, period. He's bored. It's got to be my internet, so we'll just have to slide on through until it's done because the show must go on, right? Now, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe you've had a little too much time to sit at home. I'm thinking maybe you should put some of that effort into a new story with your wife or your husband, whichever it is. And this is for anybody out there listening. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Here's the thing. The man's bored, period. He's bored, okay? He's bored. Which girl? This girl on the TV? That's me. So, if you have to do investigative work on Facebook for, I don't know how long, right? You should probably take your wife out. Nothing to be sorry about. You're welcome to ask anything you like. But you really should take your wife out. Go dancing. Take her out. If you're old enough to be on the internet doing investigatory work in Facebook on people you don't even know, think of all the people you'll see if you're sitting at a restaurant. You can just decide what they've been doing all their life. Yeah? Because snooping people's Facebooks is not always the answer now, is it? No. And seeing a ring in somebody's picture on their Facebook is probably reaching a little bit, don't you think? You can do this, okay? Pardon me. Been a long day in the heat, y'all. I've been working my tail off for weeks. So, yeah, I'd say go out with your wife, have a good time, make some stories with her, some real ones with real context, and then write me another letter and let me know how that's going. And I want to tell y'all, I do send emails back to these people that send me these letters. And we talk about this because I want them to be here when I'm talking about this. And if they don't show up, that's okay too. That's okay. You don't have to be here. I think I'm a little dark again. Definitely. So It looks like there are about 3, 4 people in this live, so probably. But you know what? There's always a replay and somebody else will watch it later. So, yeah, you probably should just go make some new stories, sir. Get off Facebook, touch some grass, go fishing. Go fishing. You can talk to all your buddies about whoever's doing what on Facebook. But maybe just talk to the fish because you don't want to stir nothing up, right? I don't know, y'all. Listen, I do have something I'd like to say because today is my daddy's birthday. And that young man is an amazing man. And I'm so thankful that he is still here with me because you know what? Life is hard. And next month, I will be 55 years old. My gosh. I have a picture I'd like to share real quick. If it'll come up. Hello. There was an issue. Let's try again. Why was there an issue? I guess this computer just don't like me today. Fine. Well, I'll tell you this. I love my daddy. He's a good man. Wish I could be with him on his birthday. And it's not going to... there we go. There's my daddy and me. Yes, I was younger there. Not by much, but I was. That's my daddy. And today is his birthday. And I don't think he's watching, but maybe he will be. And I just want to say, Daddy, I love you. Happy birthday. And I really, truly hope that it was a good day for you. I hope you got to relax and have a really good day and just do absolutely nothing for your birthday because that's the fun part, right? I like doing nothing for my birthday. I like waking up to nothing have to do on my birthday. But my daddy, you guys, he's a good man. He's a veteran. You see on that shirt, it says 1972. That was the year I was born. Texas Rangers. He is definitely a fan. And he's a fan of the football. Definitely Dallas Cowboys. My brother and him. So very proud of this man. Okay. I have things here that I actually found that just completely floored me. Like how, let me open this up so I can see what it says because I'm just really impressed. And, you know, the PIA Standard Operating Procedure, Parachute Industry Association publications says that the let's see, what is this? Stefan, I can't pronounce that name. Parachute Foundation. My father was a recipient of this wonderful award in 2008. And I was very impressed to find that today. And my dad, let's see here. I know there's a picture here I wanted to share. Shh. Oh, this dog today. Let me tell you, he's getting on my nerves. Snyder Daily News. In fact, let me see here. I intend to share this if I can. As soon as I find where I can. Hold up. All right. We'll do it this way. It is just, I guess I'll share my screen. Okay. I'm impressed. Okay. My dad is amazing. Let me just say that. Okay. My dad is a skydiver, y'all. He's an amazing skydiver. He has done it all my life. Okay. This is just not doing what I want it to do. Let me do it the right way. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. I know I'm this whole show has just been messed up. But I need to brag about my daddy, y'all. I'm serious. I have to brag about my daddy. All righty. We're going here. Okay, you'll see this. Check this out. Now I'm going to go down here to good old page 23. Hold up, before I do that. Y'all see this date right here? February 21st, 1988. Yes, I was a young child then. And here we go. Blind combat veteran likes to parachute for the glory. Y'all, I want y'all to take a look right here. Coker. That is my maiden name. That is my daddy's name. In fact, his name is Bobby Coker. And he is rather famous in this area. He is a skydiver who, in fact, did one of the first jumps with the guy who invented the tandem jump, skydiving. I myself have been twice. And the first time probably wasn't supposed to go, but I did. And the second time I was definitely supposed to go, and I did. My dad is amazing, y'all. He really is. And I'm so proud of him and so proud of all of his accomplishments. He's amazing. Seriously. I mean, skydiving. He used to, let me tell you a few things about him. Okay. My dad was on Regis and Kathy Lee one time. He used to be a part of a skydiving team for Miller High Life, the Miller Six Pack in the Sky. And he used to, if you know the area, you know who 97.1 KEGL is. It's been very prominent in Dallas for a very, very long time. And they used to call him Bobby Splash Coker. He would jump into a pool for the near best legs contest. And I've been to Camp Sweeney, which was a camp for diabetic kids. And it was the most fun I've ever had because I got to meet these kids and I kind of got to be a focal point because I got to hold the streamer so they would see where to land. And I slept in airplanes and out at an airport in Gainesville. You know, my dad has had some really, really cool things happen for him. Like the fact that he's had 10,000 jumps, way more than 10,000 now. But my brother, BG, who is Bobby Jean Coker Jr., he also jumps. Every one of my siblings has jumped. And I have 5 other siblings. And let me tell you, I come from a long line of adrenaline junkies, okay? And I'm very proud of that. And if my dad does, if he does see this, I really do hope, Dad, that you know that I absolutely adore you. And I have always looked at you with admiration and love. And there were times in my life, Dad, when, things weren't going so great. And you made them better. And I need you to know that today. Okay? I love you, Dad. All right. So we are going to go ahead and end this one a little early today because, as you can see, I'm having way too many technical and puppy issues. So what I am going to do is get back to where I was because this silly thing just flipped on me. But listen, I think the internet created a really strange version of privacy. We voluntarily put pieces of our lives in public and they get surprised when somebody notices how those pieces fit together. But look, just because you can figure something out, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to. And there is definitely a difference between noticing that Susan isn't wearing her wedding ring anymore, and creating a corkboard in the garage with Susan's photograph, 12 pieces of red string, and a Google Earth printout. So accidentally knows everything, my friend. I'm not confiscating your Facebook account just yet, but maybe occasionally allow a mystery to remain a mystery or write a story about it. Hello, John. Good to see you. And if your wife walks into the room and you immediately minimize Facebook, buddy, the investigation may have become the crime. Well, I'm just about to end this show. You have to watch the replay, but this is Ask a Bee. We read a letter from anybody about anything. This one happened to be about investigating on Facebook too much. And so this guy's a little bit nosy, unfortunately, but hopefully we've set him straight tonight. So listen, buddy, the investigation may have become the crime in this situation. That's tonight's Ask a Bee. And you know what? Remember, everybody has an opinion. Mine just comes with a microphone. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, go see Tuber Chat for me, will you please? Y'all have a good one.
I want to take a minute to shout out Tuber Chat. If you're a creator who's tired of surface level advice, yet says, and actually wants to understand how YouTube works, that's the space. It's real conversations with real creators who are in the trenches building channels, testing ideas. No posturing, no gatekeeping, no fake guru energy, just people sharing what's working, what isn't, and why. If you're serious about growing, learning, and not doing this alone, check out Tuber Chat. The link is in the description.
These scopes are brought to you by Earl's Skeeter Yeeter 3000. If it don't get rid of the mosquitoes, it'll definitely get rid of the neighbors.
Boss be rising.